Hi everybody, it's Miss Amy from the library. So tonight in our part 2 episode of Kids in the Kitchen, we're going to make chocolate truffles. Rich, delicious, chocolatey truffles. So you have the recipe already. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit. I've tested this recipe twice. So I think the best way to cut the butter is in pretty small pieces so that it melts quickly. And you're probably going to need your grown-ups' help with this. And you need to put them in a smallish or a 2-quart pan, and it should be heavy. So we'll cut up the rest of this butter. And I hope you all are checking our website because we have lots of great kids programs and adult programs for everybody. So make sure you're checking our website so that you can see all of these. And this is unsweetened cacao chocolate. It's baking chocolate. So it's pretty bitter. You don't want to eat this like a Hershey bar. And I found that the best way to break this up is leaving it in the wrapper and using your 2 thumbs to break it all up into pieces. Now I want to make it a little bit smaller than this, and you'll definitely need your adult or grown-up to help you. So I think that size is good. And it's helpful because it's scored. These lines are called like scoring. So we're gonna put all this in our saucepan. And you need 4 bars of these. So I'll just cut up, even though you need 4 bars, I'm just gonna cut up 2 for now, just to show you. We're gonna do our own pretend time lapse. Okay, so that was 2, and we're going to do 4 altogether. So you can find these in the baking aisle at Jewel. I think they were $2.99 each. And then we have sweetened condensed milk. So sweetened condensed milk is milk that they've taken the extra water out of and added sugar to make it sweetened. So we're going to add that. I'm just using a spatula to get all of it out of the can. And then you're going to do this over low heat because you don't want the chocolate to seize. And by seizing, that means the chocolate is a little overcooked. So you need to stir it constantly, or pretty constantly. And when you stir, make sure you stir from the bottom up so that the bottom doesn't get burnt. So you need to stir and stir and stir until this is all melted together. See how I'm stirring up from the bottom and putting the bottom over the top? So that will help the bottom not to burn. So we're going to do our own pretend time lapse. And once this is all melted together, I know the recipe says to cook it for 10 minutes, but I've tested this twice now, and I don't think you need to cook it for 10 minutes. I think once everything is melted together, then you'll be fine. And so once everything is melted together, you need to add 1/3 of a cup of confectioner's sugar. And the bag looks like this. Confectioner's sugar is used mostly for baking. And you need to put in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And once you stir that in, then you're ready to pour it into you're going to pour the mixture into a glass shallow pan, just like this. And then you're going to cover it with saran wrap. And you want to push the saran wrap down over the melted chocolate mixture so that there's no air in between the chocolate mixture and the saran wrap. And you do this so it doesn't form like a skin. Now the chocolate mixture is going to be hot. So you either need to have a grown-up press this down, or you need to wait 5 or so minutes until it's cooled like a little bit so that you can push it down. And then you put it in the fridge and refrigerate for at least 6 hours. So I did this overnight, so this is ready to go. And it should look like this. Then you use a spoon. Well, let me get my toppings ready. So we have some fun things for you to, we're gonna roll out the truffles, and then we're going to roll them into different toppings. This is Hershey's Cocoa, and it looks like this. So other than rolling your truffles in, you can use this for chocolate milk or hot cocoa. Then I have chocolate sprinkles. These are found in the baking aisle of Jewel, and they have lots of different kinds. Some people call them jimmies. So these are either chocolate sprinkles or jimmies. Then I have these fun sprinkles from Jewel, and they were in the holiday aisle. So they have a couple different types of sprinkles in there. I don't know if they'll still have these because I bought them a couple weeks ago, but these are really fun. So they're heart sprinkles in here. And I also have some sanding sugar, which is in this container. And sanding sugar is really finely granulated sugar. It's also called sanding sugar. So you're going to scoop out this mixture, You want to make like 1/2 inch balls. So I'm going to warm this up in my hands for a second. And you want to roll them like a meatball in your hands. And make sure you don't roll them too much, because of course your warm hands will cause this chocolate to warm up. So you don't want them too warm. And then you can put them in the topping of your choice and roll them around. And look how pretty that looks. And then the chocolate sprinkles. And the fun heart-shaped sprinkles. And then this is the sanding sugar. Oh, that looks like a little too much. So warm it up. This is the fun part, playing with your food. Your mom probably tells you not to play with your food, but in this case, it's okay. So just make a nice 1 inch round. And then roll it in your topping. Ooh, that looks so sparkly. And that's it. So simple, so delicious. So that's our recipe for February. In March, we're going to do homemade dog treats. And I'm going to have a special guest host, and that is my dog Haley. And her friend Comet will be here probably too. So we're going to have 2 guest hosts, and we're going to do the homemade dog treats. And that again is a very simple recipe. It's a no-bake recipe with peanut butter and rolled oats, like oatmeal but not instant oatmeal. And we're going to do that next month. So thanks for joining us today. And remember to look at your Wakanda Library website to find out what else we're doing this month. And we'll see you next month. Bye, everybody.